Hey guys, it's Mike from Sapulpa Times.
And Janet from the Sapulpa Chamber.
Well, welcome.
Hello.
It has been too long since I've had you on the show.
I know I'm second fiddle because you wanted Jordan, but that's okay.
No, that
Everybody
is not true.
wants Jordan.
Honestly, it's almost like I was settling for Jordan because I couldn't have Janet.
No.
I hope she doesn't watch this.
I bet she does. I bet she does. She is at a field trip with her little son Julian, and I know they are having a good time. I don't remember where they're going. Maybe the zoo. I can't remember, but she was excited about it.
Okay.
She's a good little mama.
I know it's not a band-related thing because otherwise my wife would probably
Well, that's true.
Also.
No, it's little Julian. He gets to go today. So
that's awesome.
Yes.
It is that time of year, end-of-year field trips and all that.
Oh,
right?
yeah. All the fun. I saw tons of people over there at the high school, so I don't know if something's going on today. But something's going on.
Well, you know, the high school has tons of people that attend it.
That's true.
Students.
But it was across the street at the little dentist office, so I thought people were sneaking a parking space over there. It was super packed.
Huh. Okay, that's big news.
I know, newsy news. Let's figure that out.
Okay.
Hey, I need to talk about my Cinco de Mayo shirt here. This is the OG shirt from probably
2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Yeah.
Pablo made these and handed them out to everybody. That was a hoot.
I'm glad you remembered to wear that because I think I still have mine and I completely didn't think about it.
Yeah, I'm real sad because I can't find my Cinco de Mayo earrings that I had. I bought at Farmer's Feed a couple of years ago and they're so cute and they would have brought this all together. But that's okay. So Cinco de Mayo, I guess I should go ahead and say, is
yeah, just
okay,
keep
there
going.
we are.
Sorry.
So it's tomorrow. So we're right here in the alley by CTX. You just follow that alley, and it opens up to Herald Square, and that's where most of the action is going to be. Sapulpa Main Street's putting that on. Guess what?
What?
Brett and I get to be salsa
dancers?
Judges.
Oh.
No, my husband would not agree to salsa dancing, but the judging. So we're going to do judging tomorrow at 6:30.
Really? Now, can you handle the salsa?
You know, that's what I told Cindy. My husband can handle the heat.
Okay.
I like a little spice, but I don't want to blow my head off or start sweating. I don't like to sweat.
Do you know any of the folks that are going to be participating by chance?
You know, I really don't. I was trying to get Jessica Brose and Julie Roth to do it, but I don't know if they ended up doing it because they have the best salsa.
Oh, so do they? Well, see, now that's kind of a little bit.
Well, I don't think that they'll mark it. Surely they won't mark it. It'll be blind. It'll be blind judging, I would think.
Oh, hope so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to.
That'd be pretty bad if you could taste it immediately and be like, oh,
that's Julie.
Them. That's
I know
the winner.
Yep. Hers is really good, and she's opening up next week.
Yes, she is.
So
I'm excited about that.
My friend Julie Roth is opening Dough Mamas, and she had a little restaurant in Kellyville, but now she's going over where Sugar Llamas used to be. Mm-hmm. So I'm really excited for her.
Me too.
Yeah, I think that's going to be such a great addition to all the things that are going on in Hobson.
Yes,
you know?
And another restaurant is always a good thing.
Another lunchtime.
We've talked about that before, about how badly we wanted a sandwich restaurant, a deli of sorts.
And she's bringing it, and I've seen pictures on Facebook, and it looks great. She has the tabbouleh recipe and the cabbage roll recipe from Freddy's.
Oh,
so that's going to be her highlight. And she also does great charcuterie boards, and she did that for Kayla's going away party, and it was amazing. So I have really, really high expectations, Miss Julie. So I'm hoping that. That everything goes well, and if there's a soft opening that's going to happen, we are here for it, right, Micah?
Yeah.
Yeah. We would taste
Is she going to be bringing the cabbage rolls and the tabbouleh to the mamas?
Yes.
She
and
is?
You can order those by the pans.
You
can order mini cabbage
stuff.
roll pans, and you put them in the freezer and have them for your parties. So
that's amazing.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yay. Okay.
Yay for Julie.
I wonder if you'd be able to buy that like an appetizer or something. You come out.
I bet
a
you can.
pan of cabbage rolls.
I bet she'll have those available because she knows how popular that is. So.
And you'll probably have to pre-order.
Yeah, I talked to Sherry the other day from Freddy's, and she's very excited for Julie. And I think we might have a little visit from Miss Sherry.
I hope so.
Yeah,
that would be awesome.
Yeah, and there's some people like Robert Sartain. He used to work at Freddy's. I think he's going to be there once a week. So there'll be some little Freddy's people sightings. I know everybody's missed them,
faces.
so I think
awesome.
that's really cool.
Let me circle back around real quick because I forgot to start this off the right way. It is Free
Coffee Friday. I'm sorry. I tend to just chit chat and I forget.
It's okay. It's what you're here for. But Free Coffee Friday, and today is sponsored by a duo. Actually, we got a duo. It is Integrity Law and Route 66 HVAC.
Okay. Who I just argued with. And I just have to say, I'm always wrong, and I don't know why I just stood my ground on this, but Brian Bingman was here, and I love Brian Bingman, and it was great to see him, but they were like, well, he was Secretary of State. I was like, no, he wasn't. And they're like, yes, he was. They even looked it up and showed it to me. And in my head, I was thinking Speaker of the House, because I knew it wasn't Speaker of the House. I knew it was President Pro Tem. So I had to eat crow over there with these boys, and I hugged them, and I said, I'm sorry. Because I was like, by God, I'm right. I know I'm right about this. But I don't know anything about politics. I'm just a ding-dong. So we were just at the Capitol and I saw all the pictures, so I knew he was president pro tem. And I knew he only had one term as the representative, so I was like, no, he wasn't.
Of course he wasn't going to be Speaker of the House if you only get one term.
So that's what I had in my head.
Right. And
so
he wasn't there to correct you either.
And I called him. Like I was like, I'm calling him right now. I called him and he didn't answer the phone. So it was dumb, and I'm sorry, and I love those boys. They're great, and they forgave me. So.
Oh man. So
but I'm never right. So I should never stand on that. Like,
hey, if you're someone who, just enjoys arguing but wants to win one once in a while, come see Janet.
Come to me, because I know nothing.
She's going to make it happen. It's funny. Okay, while we're talking about you and getting into things with other people, I guess, we'll segue this into a little spot for your show that's coming up, the Chamber Chat. Since Jordan's gone, you're going to have...
I know. I was like, well, I'm not doing it. Clearly, I'm not doing it by myself. So Amy Barnes with Philly Flamingos and Okie Kids Inflatables is going to be my co-host today at noon, and we're going to talk about the Petunia Fest and all the fun things Amy's got going on, because she's got a new event center that she's got for kids. She's got these little baby dolls. Have you seen the baby dolls?
Yes, I have.
I'm hoping to hold a baby doll because they're so stinking cute, and they're weirdly like baby. They look just like a baby. They feel like a baby. They're weighted and they're so sweet. Those kids are going to love that. So anyway, we're going to talk to Amy, and we're going to talk about Petunia Fest because that's coming up next Saturday. And Kent Daniel is a little bit. Oh,
okay.
There we go.
It's coming back.
All kinds of sweet things you can buy your mom down here. So when you're thinking about Mother's Day, and then you can get your plants down here. You can go get some cute jewelry, some clothes, some candles, all kinds of stuff. So
I thought the Creek County Master Gardeners plant show was happening the same day.
Is
that still?
So that's in the morning, like starting at 7:30.
Okay.
And they'll be at the Courthouse Plaza, Courthouse parking lot.
Okay.
And that goes to 11:30. Ours is 9 to 4, so you can do both.
Yes,
I think that's great. Also, we got to remember that Freedom Fest is that night.
That evening. Oh, yeah, it's going to be a busy.
It's a big day.
You can just hang out in Sapulpa all day.
Yeah, you sure can. There's all kinds of fun things to do down here, guys. I mean, I keep saying that on our stuff, but there's live music at night. We've got actual nightlife down here that we didn't have 3 years ago.
That's right. Even now with all the construction, that nightlife is still happening.
It's still happening. We still see people coming here. It's not hard to get to any of those venues for sure.
Nope.
So,
thankfully we got these nice alleyways. You just got to remember which side to park on if you don't want to walk too far.
Or you get your steps in. That's fine.
I
got my steps in today already.
Let's back it up to what's going on this week, because in addition to the Cinco de Mayo, it's also Star Wars Day is coming up.
May the 4th be with you.
May the 4th, which is on Sunday this year. But Route 66 Comics and Collectibles. I was going to say
they're surely doing something.
They are doing something tomorrow, actually.
Oh, good.
So they're going to be opening up early. It is going to be free comic book day. And they're going to have hundreds of comics available from all kinds of different titles. That is definitely while supplies last. So don't go in there expecting to get just anything off the shelf or whatever. They're also going to have, I've forgotten his name, but they are going to have an artist there doing sketches and stuff. I didn't know that, but like over the last few years, this has become like a thing now where you hire somebody who is an exceptionally good comic artist, and they can come in, and then they've got these special covers and stuff on a lot of these books, and they will sit there and illustrate and draw an actual scene from a comic or something right there, and so you have your own one-of-a-kind custom.
That's really cool.
Cover,
and that is a real gem. I mean, I don't know anything about comics and all that stuff, but Jordan and her kids do, and I bet they're like
she's got a bunch of
crazy about that place. So if you are a collector of anything like that, like because they have little figurines and stuff.
Yeah, they've got collectibles.
And it's so well done in there. It's so nice, and everything's very organized and clean. So if you're into that, absolutely go South Park. That is absolutely no problem to park to get to that store. Hi.
That'll be a lot of fun. And then the other thing that is going on is I was just told this morning by Michelle over at Little Taiyaki that they're doing Star Wars Week from May the 1st, which started yesterday, all the way through the 10th. And so they're bringing in some new flavors and different cones. They got like a Yoda cone and the Cantina cold brew and stuff like that from Star Wars. And then they apparently, I haven't been over there yet, but they decorated the store and they've got animatronics and things like that over there too.
Gosh.
So it's going to be a great
getting into that because I think TP's playing the Star Wars, I think, this weekend
are they?
too.
I didn't know that. Okay,
I believe
that's awesome.
So, yeah.
Oh.
So everybody's getting into that. I think that's super cute. Maybe next year we'll have an event around May the 4th.
I thought we should always do like a combo Cinco de Mayo Star Wars Day kind of thing. So
that'd be fun.
Our luchador wrestlers should be like Darth Vader.
Oh, that'd be cool.
and a stormtrooper.
They are fun. If you guys haven't seen those luchador wrestlers, they're hysterical.
They're a hoot and a half.
In a half.
That's because one of them, I think, is a midget. But it's a lot of fun. That's not true. But we do have, we've had those we've had those each time, right? Both years.
Yes.
And the first one, I think they were kind of still figuring stuff out. Last year, they really nailed it. It was a great show.
It was super fun.
Yeah, it was. And they're going to bring it back. Now, the ring for that, is that going to be over here in Herald Square?
I think it's going to be on Park.
On Park Street, okay.
I think so. And then there's going to be food trucks over here in this food truck parking lot, which is what was designed for. And then there's some vendors. There's going to be some music. So if you go to Sapulpa Main Street, their Facebook page, that's all
They've
on
got all
there.
kinds
It's
of
all
stuff
nailed
on there.
down. And I think they actually have the events and their
they got an itinerary,
times.
of all the times and stuff. So that'll be good. Okay. Can we make sure I'm not missing anything on our list of notes here? Because I want to make sure that we got everything.
Sure
I think we did.
Let's see what we got. Star Wars Petunia Fest, and I could talking about the golf tournament that's June 13th.
That's it. That's
and
one
we
I
are
forgot.
taking sponsors and teams right now. You know, that fills up pretty fast. So I just can't believe it's already May 2nd. Like, I'm like, oh my gosh, my golf tournament's like in 6 weeks.
Uh-huh.
And
Get
I'm a
ready.
little stressed. It'll be fun. Fun.
You said, isn't it like the morning flight that always fills up the fastest?
That's because it gets a little warm in the afternoon.
Yeah, this is your
Some people
warning,
like
guys.
to work in the morning and then golf in the afternoon and just roll on home, so they don't have to go back to work. So there's a couple different schools of thought on that.
Either of those has merit, I think. But yeah, this is your warning here that if you want the morning flight, you need to get in there pretty quick.
We've got a few already. And also we need volunteers, because I have learned that 4 hours on the golf course sitting at a hole is a little long. So I'm trying to get more volunteers, so it's just a couple of hours at a time. And it's always fun, but it gets a little warm out there. I don't want people to stroke out on
the
this.
roast, I'll volunteer for that. My wife and I have done that a couple of times, and it's been fun. Yeah.
Okay. Thomas was.
That's right. Yeah, Leon's son Thomas was
he helped
partially
get all
responsible for getting it here.
I think he helped get the wrestlers. So.
Well, that makes sense.
That makes sense. That
really
does make sense.
Awesome.
So that's good. Okay. Oh, Michael Jones reminded me about one more thing. So there is a road rally coming June 7th, and we have this really cool thing called the Midpoint Corridor. It's for Route 66, and it's the coolest 100 miles on the route. And it starts in Sapulpa, ends in Edmond. So what they're doing is they are getting people to sign up for this. You go to all the different little towns between Sapulpa and Edmond, and you stop at their little photo ops. They have really cute photo ops. You get these little QR codes, you take a picture, and then at the end, you could win prizes. So they have a big party at the end at the Chicken Shack in Arcadia. If you've not been, you need to go. So Chicken Ed is going to be there, and there's all kinds of fun prizes and bands. There's going to be music. So they're trying to build this up, especially heading towards 2026. So we've got information at the Sapulpa Chamber, but Main Street has information. You can go see Michael Jones at Gasoline Alley. He's one of the photo ops. So there's 3 photo ops in Sapulpa, and that's going to be Gasoline Alley, the Heart of Route 66 Museum, Auto Museum, and the Historical Museum. So we are expecting lots of people to come through our town. So that's part of the awesome thing about being on Route 66 is that we get these extra little travelers that come through. So if you have any questions about that, call us. But we're going to talk about that as we get closer, because it's really getting there.
It's going to be here in a month. Yeah.
So yeah.
Holy cow.
Won't that be fun? I think I'd like to actually do that.
To actually travel it?
Yeah. I mean, there's such cool little things to stop and see in these little bitty towns like Luther, and
so we travel. My family and I, we try and hit Route 66. Damn it! We try and hit Route 66. Either we go northeast up to the state line, or we go to Oklahoma City, and we do that a couple times a year usually. And I've always thought that going from here to Oklahoma City is more fun. There's more stops, more to see, more little towns.
Yeah, there's cute things.
It's a lot of fun.
Fun things. And we went to Bristow, and they had this great event center that we got to go in, and I forget how cute Bristow is. There's some great buildings in Bristow. So anyway, when you go, you can really explore these little towns and just enjoy Americana. Which is what all those international travelers are getting ready to do.
That's what I was going to say is 2026 being the centennial for Route 66, it's going to be popping.
Yeah, one of the things that they're really trying to push is for everybody to take a mile and clean it up.
Oh.
Because if you think about it, all these people are coming in from out of town, out of country, And we want to show Oklahoma as a shining little star. So they're trying to clean up the ditches and things along the route. So we are going to try to do that too. You know, of course, we're going to focus on our little stretch of the route and cleaning that up, making sure it's weed eated. But everybody can do that. You can, you know, show some pride in your business, in your house, and just really shine it up for all of our travelers and for us too.
That's an important thing. It's funny because I think because we're not just Sapulpa, but living here in Oklahoma, which has the longest amount of Route 66, I think we get a little familiar with it and used to it. Yeah, so we get complacent and apathetic about it. And I mean, people really don't appreciate it. When you live there, you don't appreciate how special it is.
If you lived in Paris, you probably don't even look at the Eiffel Tower anymore.
You're like, it's the Eiffel Tower. I see it all the time.
It's just if travelers come in and like, okay, here it is, whatever. But yeah, it's huge for Oklahoma.
It is. It's a big deal.
Big tourism destination for international travel. So it's the #1. So we just have to keep that in mind because you're right. We get complacent, we forget. So.
And I mean, if you're wondering, that is a big part of the reason why this Dewey Street Redewey project is happening now.
Yes.
Is to make sure that it gets done before then, so that next year for the centennial, everybody will be driving through a beautiful downtown Sapulpa.
And we, I think the groundbreaking of the new park, I believe that's next week.
Oh, great. Okay.
So that is going to be a great little destination, a great little photo op. It's right there by the TP Drive-In. I can't wait to see it. I look over there and I can't imagine all that stuff can get stuck in there, but it will. So if you're going to the Joint Civic, I think Joan Riley, our city manager, will be talking about that project. That's a really big project for her. We got $2 million from the state for it. So cannot wait to see that come to fruition. I really can't. That's going to be super cool.
And I mean, they said that it's going to be here by the end of the year.
It has to. It has to, because we got that state funding, and they are like, we want all these done, all these cool projects done by 2026. So that's another thing when you travel the route, is to look for the new cool projects, because they're giving money to lots of these little towns on the route for cool stuff. And I think Stroud is getting, I don't even remember how many neon signs.
Oh, neon signs,
Like they're going to have neon signs through that whole downtown. It's going to change that little town, because people will always be going there to take photos there. So, you know, they'll just grab onto that and hopefully make Stroud, you know, even a better destination.
Yeah, Stroud is part of that 100-mile corridor
you're just
talking about.
Yes, it sure is. And they really are very excited about the 100 miles and, you know, getting people into their town. So that's really cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we've got a big weekend coming up, guys. There's lots going on. It's going to be great weather for it. Thank God.
Oh, my gosh.
It's been rainy and
I heard it stormed last night. I was like, seriously?
Right.
So it's supposed to get sunny, and I think be sunny for a little bit.
And all the equipment is not actually out doing anything right now on Dewey. And you talked to Toby about this, and you know, when we get as much rain as we had, it really compromises the integrity of the site. So.
One of the trucks got stuck yesterday.
Really? Okay,
yeah.
well,
Cindy watched it happen. It just went shlook. Unfortunately, one of the other big pieces of equipment was able to drag it back out. But yeah.
So they did try for a little bit, but they were like, nope, got to wait. So all the sun we're about to get, hopefully, will dry that out. They'll be back at it on Monday, and then it'll be a
I've got to see this puppy. Hold on.
Can we bring your puppy on the show real quick?
There you go, baby. Oh, my God. If anybody knows me, they know I love a puppy. Look at this baby. Oh, my God. What's the baby's
her name again?
That's Ruby.
Hi, Ruby.
Yeah. And how old is she?
Baby.
12 weeks today.
12 weeks old.
Is this as big
Australian
as this
Shepherd?
baby's going to get?
No, she'll be about twice that size.
Oh, she will.
She's a miniature Aussie.
Oh, my God. I love the coloring. Okay. Bye, baby.
Look at her eyes.
She's gorgeous.
She is.
Look at those eyes.
Got one
I take you home, but I've got 3 already. All right. Bye, baby.
Sorry to interrupt.
Oh, no.
No problem.
We love dogs.
All right. It'll reconnect every time. No. So anyway, guys, thanks for tuning into the Time Loop. Janet, thanks again for being here. It's a great time.
Yeah.
You guys be sure to tune in to the Chamber chat that happened at noon, right?
Yes.
Okay, so Janet, we'll see you guys again at 12, and then we will see you guys again on Monday. Hopefully we'll see you downtown.
Yes.
All the stuff that's going on. And then we'll see you guys again on Monday, where we talk about all things happening in the town that we love. Have a great weekend, everybody.
Thanks, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.